another week of the Gorilla Press podcast. We're back here on the page. We've got some exciting news. We've got reviews of Raw and SmackDown and our thoughts on that. First off, I want to go ahead and let everybody know on the page that we've changed a few things as far as posting. We had a lot of the same articles being posted over and over again. It was burying the podcast. What's what we're here for is the Gorilla Press podcast and to entertain every one of you. And we're welcome to comments. We're welcome to disagreements. All that. We just want you guys to get a little bit more interactive with the Gorilla Press podcast page on Facebook. So again, it'll only be moderators and administrators that will be able to post. We have some new moderators and administrators. T.Y. Sutton, the professional wrestler and wrestling promoter, is now aboard and is an administrator here in the Gorilla Press podcast. We'll be promoting his events coming up and having him on, as well as special guests, wrestlers, referees, all that sort of stuff. But we've got to get into all of the news this week and everything that happened. Of course, another huge week, Toaster. Let's just jump into it. Raw and SmackDown this week. Let's hear your thoughts on Raw and SmackDown this week.
Good shows. I remember Raw more since it's closer to the date of this podcast. I see nothing wrong with the show per se. Maybe a little bland. I don't know. Maybe I need to be a little more entertained. I'm not saying I want to be like Vince McMahon entertained, where it's all crazy, over the top shit. But I do like my over the top stuff in wrestling, and I don't get that enough with Raw or SmackDown. I feel like.
Well, there's so much TV time. I feel like you sometimes you're getting a little bit of filler. And I thought this show this week wasn't bad. I didn't think it was that good, but I didn't think it was that bad. It was a show,
Nothing
and it was
groundbreaking.
progressing to the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And who gets to get in there and qualify for the Elimination Chamber. So I just thought it was a so-so show.
Yeah, it feels very paint by numbers. You know what I'm saying? That's how I could put it, I think.
Yeah, SmackDown seemed super long from what I've watched. It is. SmackDown was another show that felt a little bit bland at times. SmackDown and then Raw the same. It felt a little bit bland.
Yeah, just no salt on the food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's like, it's delicious. The food is delicious.
It's juicy.
But it's a little more salt, right?
Yeah, little seasoning, bro. Put some love in that. I don't know, like.
Yeah.
It's good. It's not bad. It's just there, to the most part.
Yeah, every show is not going to be like an absolute
exactly.
banger.
But I feel like it's been a lot of this. I don't know.
Yeah. So I think that's our thoughts on Raw. We just thought that it was just so-so, and it progresses to the Elimination Chamber and qualifying matches there. Any highlights of Raw that you liked?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Everything's good. The Punk stuff was good. The Logan Paul match with Rey Mysterio was good.
Yeah.
The Liv Morgan tag match was good.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. It's just like there's something missing. There's something missing, man. I need a hot angle.
Yeah, I agree.
I need something hot. I need something that's going to light a fire under my ass, per se. I don't know if I'm getting... I don't want to say the word bored with Triple H's booking, because it's good. It's good booking. I like how it is, usually. But maybe it's a little too much, and we need some over-the-top stuff. I feel like I'm hoping it's the calm before the storm, because we're in that WrestleMania time now, so...
Yeah, we're in that WrestleMania time. We want to see somebody invading somebody's house, or a limo getting smashed, or concrete being poured in somebody's car. We want something like extravagant and very cinematic, or that's the way I take away what you're saying, or that's what I want. Perhaps maybe that's what it is.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
need something.
yeah, we need a little bit of sizzle with the steak.
Some
I get it.
attack, I think it's
Yeah.
called. Some attack.
All right, well, let's move on. Oh God, if I can do that without, uh, there we
What
go.
happened?
Okay. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Well, I'm just now learning how to do this, of course, this whole
Good.
script thing, right here on the app. And that's what we're going to move on to. Hey, we got a new segment, Toaster, a brand new segment here
Oh,
on the
beautiful.
Gorilla Press podcast. Are you excited?
Excellent.
It's only going to come around every once in a while
Oh,
because this only happens every once in a while. But it's called Hire 'em or Fire 'em.
ooh.
You're fired.
Wrestling fans love that game.
Okay, all right. We got the hiring right, and just so happens that AEW is getting rid of some people too. Just
Getting rid of
like
people.
WWE this past week, we've had a lot of people hired and fired, right? All right. So here's the game. I'm going to ask you this. Do you hire them or do you fire them? How about that?
For any
All right.
company? For any company.
For
This
any
is just
company.
if I
This
was
is
an
if
owner of
you
a
had
wrestling.
your own company or you were running
Let's
AEW
go.
or WWE. All right, first of
Go.
all,
Let's go.
fire them or hire them. AOP. And we'll even throw in their manager.
You're throwing Paul. You're throwing
Yeah,
in
we'll
Paul
throw in
Ellering.
Paul. We'll throw
You're
in
throwing
Paul
Paul.
Ellering. Yeah.
If you're throwing in Paul, that helps me.
Okay.
That helps. So I am a fan of AOP. They're big guys. You know what I'm saying? Something must be wrong with them in WWE. Something must be terribly wrong, and they know something that I don't. But as far as talent, I like them. I think they're good. I would hire them.
Whew. All right. Well, I'm looking at them. They seem to be a little bit injury prone. They've been kind of hot and cold. They're not getting over with the audience. I'm gonna fire them. Your ass is fired. Get
I
out of
could do
here.
something. I could do something with the
Plus,
AOP.
their manager's so old, he doesn't need to be on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in
I
his,
like the
like,
old
late
guys.
70s or something. I don't know. He
I
needs to
like
be,
the
like,
old guys.
relaxing at the house. You know what I'm saying? Or taking a brisk walk at
And
most.
good for him.
Yeah, but good for him. Yeah, I agree. All right, let's move on to the next person. Let's move on to Aleister Black, Malachi Black, whatever you want to call him, whatever fed he's in. He's out of AEW, but do you hire him or do you fire him?
I think this is going to be a very weird game for you in this because that's another one. I mean, how could you not hire him? But then again, I have an argument against that. The guy didn't do shit in AEW.
Right. Well, I mean,
but is that his
he
fault?
wasn't booked a lot either.
Right.
He sat on the bench for a while.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, there was some stat out there that he hadn't had a singles match in a year and a half or something. And when he did compete, he competed in 6-man tags or tag team matches.
Yeah, all the time. And he never put anybody over, ever.
I'm going to have to agree with you here, Toaster. If I'm in WWE or AEW or I'm starting up my own company and I've got the chance to hire Malachi Black, Aleister Black, I'm going to hire him.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to hire him.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great talent. He's got a great gimmick. I love the whole thing where, hey, remember in WWE?
Right. That's exactly what I was going for. He works better. The character works better in WWE, of course, than it does in AEW.
Yeah, he seems to be a little bit more marketable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in WWE. But in AEW, they started out not booking him bad. He came in, he spit the poison mist at Cody. He came out of nowhere. It was a big surprise. It was
the good old
pretty
days.
cool at the beginning. Yeah, the good old days of AEW. And I miss them. I really do. All right, moving on.
Let's go.
Let's go to Miro Rusev, who was recently let go from his contract in AEW. Do you hire him or do you fire him? I'm interested to hear what you say about this.
I must be a very easy guy to get along with, and and hiring. I would hire. How could you not want to hire a talent like that? He was used terribly in AEW.
Well, okay, I will combat that a little bit.
Let's
I
go.
would say because of all the whining he has done online, because of the supposed backstage kind of drama with him a little bit, he can be a bit of a baby supposedly with the whole Lana thing. Um,
You got a
and
point.
also being a little bit injury prone now that he's getting a little bit older. He's gotten injured a
Okay.
few more times. I'm gonna fire his ass. Fire
I
him.
want
Get
to
rid
fire
of him.
somebody, man. I
Get
want
rid
to
of him.
fire somebody. Damn it! I should have fired Rusev. I should have fired that guy.
All right, moving on. Let's think about who all WWE got rid of. They got rid of AOP. I'm drawing a little bit of a blank. Help me out.
Oh, I
There was
got one.
who was it?
He just got the NXT.
Hold on. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Let's talk about
Ah,
him. Yeah. We're going to save that.
ah.
But yeah, Ricky Starks. I got Ricky Starks. Hire him or fire him, even though he's already been hired in NXT.
Fire him, Trey.
Oh,
It does nothing for me, really.
wow,
It's
really?
whatever. It's whatever to me. It's whatever. The whole,
Is he
the
too?
whole.
Is he too small or? Yeah.
It,
Well, the first
it's
time I ever saw him was in NWA, and I was kind of like, you know what, this guy just. At first, I just didn't get it. I agree with you. Something about the. I just
oh,
didn't, but then it
he
like grew
annoys
on
me
me.
a
I was
little
like,
bit.
this is just a cocky little son of a bitch. That's
Maybe.
all he is.
I want to see now how WWE uses him and how much I'm used to how WWE does things and has programmed my mind for 40 plus years. So I'm curious how that works, how I view a Ricky Starks now.
I'm gonna have to go with higher. It's just another piece of the missing puzzle in NXT. This guy, I think, if you give him the chance to shine, he can really shine. Uh, Pretty good in the ring. Won the Owen Hart tournament against CM Punk. Pinned CM Punk somewhat clean. I think he held the ropes possibly.
I don't know.
So the guy's got a little bit of traction. You know what I'm saying? He's got a little bit of notability. I'm gonna have to go with Hiram. Why not? He's great on the mic. He's got a good look, and he's good in the ring. He's kind of a total package situation. I guess he's not 6'4", 6'5", or anything like that, but
We
I don't
shall
know.
see. We shall see. I
We
want to
shall
see how they
see if he
use him.
turns out. He may not. He may be a bust. We'll have to see.
Well,
Um,
WWE has a great track record of how they're using AEW guys,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that is true. Ethan Page. You got Sean
Penta,
Spears. Sean
Penta,
Spears.
Cody,
Yeah,
and they use everyone pretty damn well.
yeah, that is true. That is true. All right. We've got to move on. I know there's a lot more firing hirings. We might do a little bit more next week.
That was fun,
Heck, there
Trey.
might be some more people that are let go by next week. Who knows? And after Mania, there's usually a spring cleaning of sorts where they don't renew
Oh,
people's contract or they can them, they get rid of them.
wrestling fans love it. They love
Oh my
releases.
god, man! They don't even care about these people until they're fired. They're just like, oh,
I
that's
know. Oh,
terrible. Oh
oh,
damn! They got rid of
oh
Sonya
no.
Deville.
Oh,
Sonya Deville, was that
so
one of your favorites? Well, it was. She was my top 50 favorite.
oh, Sonya Deville. Oh no, what are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do? Well, it's like he said, we got to get rid of people to be able to bring more people in. It happens. It happens every day in life. They're not moving the needle per se. Any of these people they got rid of, you can't just sit there and say, "Damn, I can't believe they were making the company a ton of money." No, they weren't. None of these people they got rid of were making the money, like making a ton of money for WWE. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, man. I mean, people just love to bitch, bro.
They didn't use them properly.
All the time.
Yeah, they got chances. They got chances, and they did what they could with their chances, but they didn't shine for whatever reason. They didn't create buzz on the internet because they do listen to the fans now, especially on the internet, man.
Yeah.
Look how many people have gotten pushes just because the internet has backed them, the internet
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about our what the fuck moment of the week. What's your what the fuck moment of the week, Toaster? Do you have a what the fuck moment of the week?
I got a couple.
Oh, okay.
Got a
Go
couple.
ahead and shoot.
What's up with all the hate for Jey Uso online? Have you seen this? You seen the hate?
I have seen the hate.
A lot of hate for Jey Uso. Shouldn't be in the spot. He's not good enough. Man, talk about a guy that has worked his way up and got over pretty much on his own. I mean, how could you not respect that and enjoy what the process and how the story is going to play out? It actually,
Exactly.
it's saddened
Because in
me a little bit.
hindsight, he is going to be a huge main eventer, and
It's
you're
not
going
even
to
that.
kill
Just
him.
enjoy the ride for now. It's like
I
the
mean, it's
Kofi.
not like, hey, if you don't enjoy it, there's no reason to hate on it that much. You're gonna get
Get your hate on that.
you're gonna get so many big matches at Mania. If it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. But yeah, it's a little ridiculous. Did a John Cena need a Royal Rumble win? Did a Roman Reigns need a Royal Rumble win? Did a CM Punk need a Royal Rumble win? No. I can make an argument for all those. No, they did not need the Royal Rumble win. Jey Uso needed the Royal Rumble win. You've got to keep elevating people whenever you're this hot of a company. You've got to keep elevating people. You don't know what kind of injuries are going to come your way. You know what kind of drama is going to come your way. It's important to always create brand new stars at all times. There we go.
I don't get it. I don't get it. So what the fuck? What the fuck, Jey Uso? My other one, it's not too big of a deal, but I, for one, think they're using the women too much. There were 2 women matches in a row on Raw. The Bayley match and the Liv Morgan tag match. To me, it's a little too much. They're overusing the women, in my eyes. In my eyes, Trey.
I can kind of agree with that. Maybe you can get a little bit. Anything can get too much overexposure.
Oversaturated, man.
My what the fuck moment of the week is going to have to go in a good way for once, just like you did a week or two ago. Okay.
Right.
Ricky Starks showing up in NXT in the crowd. That was my what the fuck moment of the week. I think the internet would totally agree with me there. I did not see that coming. He's in the audience. He's got the mic. Bam!
I have a question or a statement, whatever, to you. They didn't say his name once. Do you think they're gonna?
But the crowd was chanting his name.
Yeah, but are they going to use that name, or are they using something different?
Through London?
Oh, I was just saying.
That should have been my WTF moment of the week, or all these copywritten names that they got. They could be getting them for future video game storylines. They could be getting them for future talent coming in from Evolve.
It could be anything. But I'm curious now, is Ricky Starks going to be Ricky Starks? They did not say his name once.
They did not. You are correct about that.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along. We got to end this thing here in a second. Let's talk about the last thing, the top news on the Gorilla Press wrestling page. It has dominated the headlines on our Facebook page, and that is the possibility of Demolition returning to the WWE, getting that Hall of Fame spot, maybe a video game spot. They're back on the alumni page. They're one of the greatest tag teams ever in WWE allure. So Demolition possibly coming back, Axe and Smash, possibly even Crush. What do you feel about this, Toaster? I'm excited. I'm a Demolition fan in hindsight. I didn't really enjoy them as much. They always seemed like an LOD ripoff when I was younger. But now that I'm older, I appreciate their work. I appreciate the gimmick. and I am excited for them to be working with WWE again.
Well, Crush is dead, so he's not going to be here. He'll probably be in a
but
video
he
game.
could still be honored at the Hall of Fame ceremony with Demolition.
I don't think so. I wouldn't do that. Would you do that? Would you do that?
Honestly, he wasn't around very long with Demolition.
I wouldn't do it.
Towards the tail end of Demolition's run. And what I remember most about Crush being in Demolition, he was in a great match at SummerSlam 90 against the Hart Foundation in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Here you go, Trey. Here you go. Dropping knowledge, baby.
Hey, Richard, I'm telling you.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, List Alberson, if you want to battle me in a history of 90s wrestling knowledge, trivia, I'm game, buddy. I know my 90s wrestling. I lived it. I breathed it. I loved it. I know the most random knowledge
about
90s pro wrestling. But that's what I remember most about Crush. Other than that, the Demolition against Brainbusters and Hart Foundation series of matches normally didn't have Crush. Crush came in later when Axe was hurt. He was hurting really bad. So, Smash ended up becoming
Repo Man.
Repo Man.
I like that song, man.
My dad loved that character. He thought it was hilarious. Little piece of random knowledge there. All right, guys. That's about all the time we have for you. Toaster, do you wanna finish off with anything? Anything big? Looking forward to anything?
Nah, you got me excited about Demolition now. I'm all excited about Demolition. I love Demolition. So I hope they get it. I hope they get in the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah, I do too, man. I would love to see him there. I'd love to see him on the video game.
Oh yeah.
Put in LOD too. I always love the Demolition LOD thing. It was great. All right. That's all the time we have for you. Please remember to like, share, throw this podcast out everywhere you can to friends, enemies. It doesn't matter. You got to get our name out there because our success is your success. All right, we're out of here. Peace.
Peace.